Hello, it's Justin Woodall, your trusted Athens real estate advisor. Today I want to talk to you about the topic of earnest money. You've probably heard of earnest money if you've ever bought or sold property. There's almost always earnest money involved. So what is earnest money and how does it work? How do you know if it goes to the buyer or the seller? So I just want to kind of give you a rundown on that. So basically what earnest money is, it's your initial good faith deposit that you put down on a piece of property when you get ready to make an offer. In our market, it can be any amount. It can be as low as $1, technically. We don't see that, but it could be low. It could be any amount. It could be $10,000. It could be $50,000, depending on the size and scope of the deal. The general rule of thumb for our market is about 1%. So if you're making an offer on a $200,000 house, typically what we see is around $2,000 earnest money. So how does that work? When you make an offer on a house as a buyer, you put down earnest money. It's made payable typically to the real estate brokerage that you're working with. And that broker holds that money in a trust account. And that means it's your money, it's just sitting in their account, it's allocated in a completely separate account from their operating account. And as long as you move forward and purchase that house, it's applied back towards the down payment on the house. So you get credit for that earnest money at closing. If you, for some reason, get cold feet and back out at the last minute, then most often that earnest money goes to the seller as liquidated damages for you breaching the contract. So now you may say, hey, I want to do a home inspection. I got to make sure I can get my loan. So those are things that we build into the contract to protect your earnest money. So typically we'll put in 10 to 15 days for due diligence, which gives you an opportunity to inspect the house, make sure you want to move forward with the purchase. And if you terminate during due diligence, then that earnest money goes back to the buyer. So you're completely safe during that time period. If you have a financing or appraisal contingency that run a little longer, and typically they do because it takes a little longer to get that information complete, and say you're within those contingencies and the house doesn't appraise, or you are turned down for your loan unexpectedly, as long as you're within that contingency window, then you would also get that earnest money back. But it's after the contingencies are over, you're getting close to that closing date, and you decide, hey, I'm not moving forward, that's when you could potentially lose it. So it really just gives the seller some surety that you're serious about the house, that you do want to move forward, and it gives them a little bit of insurance to know, hey, when we get up close to closing, if you bail, I've got something for my trouble. So hope that's been helpful, gives you some knowledge about earnest money. And again, if there's anything we can do for you, a friend, family member, coworker, please let us know.